You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriots. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. Podcast. I'm your host, Stefan. You can find me on Minds.com, BitChute, Twitter, and Gab.com. Most importantly, subscribe me on YouTube because we're riding into the wheel fall off. On that note, guys, let's start the show. All right, in this episode, I want to talk about, got to scratch my nose. All right, in this episode, I want to talk about the Democrats are eating each other alive, right? If you aren't aware, the Democratic Party, the front runner is Joe Biden, right now, because Joe Biden is an old white man, and the Democrat are the party of the PC culture, the party of sensitivity, the party of we cannot have an old white man in the party. They are attacking Joe Biden. What I don't understand is they're attacking Joe Biden, but they're not attacking Bernie Sanders. He's as equally as old as Joe Biden, all right? But I digress on Bernie Sanders, but they're attacking Joe Biden because he made a remark that he used to work with a segregationist, right? And in this article from Breitbart, right? Let me show you the article. All right, we're going to read this together. We're going to read this together. Just 1 second. Oh, man, screw that up. Okay. There you go. I'll leave a link in the description as always. No T, I think that's the name. Media buried Biden love for segregationists to protect Obama. All right. What Biden in defense, he said the reason why he worked with a segregationist is because you gotta get something done. You can't get something done if you just close out to people who disagree with you. All right, you have to work with people who disagree with you in order to get things done. Like the Democrats, what they're doing, they're not getting things done because they disagree with the Republicans, and therefore nothing is getting done, and thereby making the Democrats are obstructionists. They don't get anything done because of their stupid belief. All right, you have to work with people who have different opinion if you want to get something done. All right, so in his defense, he say he had to work with them to get things done. All right, but let's read the article. Joe Biden spent 8 years as vice president. And thanks to our useless, partisan, deceitful fake news media, we are only learn about Biden abetting love for Democratic segregationists, right? They're mad about Democrat segregationists. How come they're not mad at Hillary working with Robert Byrd, which is a KKK member, all right? And all these Hillary affiliated with the Klansmen, all right? What about the Democrat Party of the KKK, the Democrat Party of the segregationists? All right, the Democrat Party of Jim Crow law. Why they ain't mad about that? But mad about him working with segregationists. All right, but I digress. Let's continue. Joe Biden hearted Democrat segregationists. It's just a fact that only coming out now, despite of being a public figure for nearly 50 years. Yeah, he's a career politician. Despite a public record of his love for Democratic segregationists having been available to the media for just as long, so is quite aware that people know he worked with a segregationist, and all of a sudden they bring it out and attacking him for it. I'm not defending Joe Biden, but I'm just saying I'm just exposing the logic of the liberals, the logic of Democrats. They're stupid. Why didn't it bother them before and now it bothers them, right? I'm not defending Joe Biden, all right? I don't like the guy, but I'm just want to show you how hypocritical, how stupid the Democratic Party is, how clueless they are. All right. And then he wound up hiring former Bernie Sanders, campaign advisor that said we do not need an old white man. Then he hired her to run his campaign. What's the name? Something Sanders, Simone Sanders. I think that's her name is. But I digress. Right. In fact, until a couple of days ago, Biden was sure the media would not criticize him. He think the media was on his back. Right. So used to getting the pass on his love for Democratic racists, he was still running around in this year, our Lord 2019, begging how much it meant to him to be called son instead of boy by the racist Democrat. Yep, sure sounds to me like Slow Joe, who turned 147 next year. Misses the old boys, the good old boys, the good old days when the white man could feel superior to a black boy based on the sun and more than the color of the skin. But look at everything we are looking now. Look at everything that our false media closes not to tell us that 2018 was Biden was running for vice president. And don't forget that we're talking about the same fake news media that sent legions of fake journalists to Alaska to find out which library book Biden rivals. Then Governor Sarah Palin checked out, right? They went to that far just to go to Alaska to look for these opposites in research. Only now we learned that 1975 Joe Biden said his party need a liberal George Wallace, that he believed segregation was the good thing as a matter of black pride, and that he voted to restore American citizenship of Confederate President Jefferson Davis. Did you know that it's recent in 1988 Biden phrases the Democratic segregationists as the man of character and courage, right? So it's all been aware, and we have like Cory Booker attacking him, and then he's not, and Joe Biden attacking Cory Booker, and Cory Booker. There is all of these presidential candidates for 2020 are all attacking him, right? Cory Booker got no chance, to let you guys know, right? And then he took the opportunity, because look, when Joe Biden's a front runner and he's attacking this person like Cory Booker, is a prime opportunity for him to get his name out there. That's why he's attacking him, right? Or else he wouldn't be known at all. He's behind in the poll and nobody care about him. So he's using the opportunity. He's an opportunist right now, all right? Cory Booker, he know he got no chance, so he's taking this time to attack Joe Biden. Okay, but let's continue. All this coming to light, and now only for one reason. The media were not interested in 2008 because 2008 media were only interested in protecting Barack Obama. Exactly. The reason why they attacked Joe Biden is because he wasn't running for president. Barack Obama was. That's why they're so protective. They're not so concerned of Joe Biden, right? Here's the first black president hooking up with the vice president enamored with segregation and segregationists, and the media buried all and did so while attacking Obama rivals Palin and John McCain, Mitt Romney, Donald Trump, who have a history of BFF segregationists as racist. But now the media wants a far left extremist to win the 2020 Democratic nomination, and now they want mean little Mayor Pete Buttigieg or Kamala Harris. Pete Buttigieg this guy's an idiot, all right? He thinks he's a know-all, be-all, can never get anything, can do no wrong. He's inferior. He's infallible, right? He can't be wrong. He's God, right? And Kamala Harris can't do no wrong. They don't think they could make a mistake in their life, right? These type of people with this kind of mentality think they're always right. Or Elizabeth Warren. Now the media have decided no more old white guy president. They are all over Joe Biden's racist past. In other words, 11 years later, we are just now entering a day 4 of the media vetting Joe Biden. And now we have here just more proof what many of us known for decades, that the established media is only far left-wing propaganda machine. Of course they are. They're propaganda. They're extension of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party are communists. All right? They're communistic belief. They're Marxists. Democrat, Hollywood, right? They're extension of communism belief, right? This is why Joe McCarthy, the McCarthyism, he wasn't right. He was ahead of his time. He was clairvoyant. He knew that these people were bad, and they criticized McCarthyism. All right? He was just only looking for American belief. He was looking for all these communists within the Hollywood industry and within the Democratic Party, and they chastised him for having this belief. McCarthyism is actually a good thing. All right? You're putting out all these communists out here. All right? If there is no upside, the far left agenda, the media hide the truth. But if the truth will help move a major political party even further to the left, the media are all but willing to admit the cover-up and truth in decades of by proclaiming, hey, look at what we found. So political science media, they did not care about shameless, corrupt, hypocritical, fakes. They look like attempting to destroy Joe Biden information they have known for decades. Of course, the media, that's some people are so influenced, people are so brainwashed by the media, right? All the matter of the agenda. The good news is the event of the last few years serve as one more nail in the coffin of the dying institute cannot disappear to the void fast enough. All right, and that's the end of the article. All right, I know. Let me tell you the story. All right, let me give you some anecdotes about when in college. All right, when I was in college, I know a guy. All right, hold on. I know a guy. Right, me and him we're in the same department, the performance art department, but he emphasized in media and movie. Right. I asked him, what persuades you to get into this field? Because he told me that given the right opportunity, right, the right message, you could control a lot of people with a movie, right? You control a lot of people, and I don't know if that was his intention to control people, but it shows you how powerful the media is, all right? If you edit your movie correctly, all right, your show correctly, it's a matter of editing and use words, you control a lot of people by misinterpreting stuff. All right, this is what the news been doing. The news publications, all right, if they use the right words, they're capable of manipulating people's thoughts, feeling, expression, controlling them. All right, they control the narrative. Right. If you can, here's old phrases I like to point out. If you can't control reality, you control the narrative. That's what they're doing. That's what these Democrats, fake media are doing. They're controlling the narrative because they can't control the reality of things. All right, this is why there's so much Democrats are so embedded with publication, media, Hollywood. Hollywood is just an extension of the media. That's what it is. All right? This is why the Democrats are so heavily influenced by the media, and they have all these connections. Why do you think all these actors are all Democrats? Most of these Hollywood actors, most of them are Democrats. I'm not saying there aren't any of them that's conservative, but the majority of them are Democrats. All right? Same goes for Canadians. I'm not saying Canadians, right? But most of the Canadian come from over here. The actors one, they're all Democrats. They're socialists. All right? Why do you think there's so many Canadian actors? There's so many of them. All right, Canadian comedian. Most of Canadian are socialism, but I digress on attacking Canadian. That's another separate story. But I'm not attacking Canadian just for the fact of attacking Canadian. There's a setup doing it right. They have their own history of communism belief. I'm not saying all Canadian are communists, but the majority of them are. They have this principle, all right? But I love Canadian. I'm not saying all of them, all right? Sorry if you get a little testy and misinterpret what I'm saying, all right? I'm sure there are fine Canadian people who are conservative, all right? Those are cool people, all right? Who are conservative, who believe in their country, who love their country, all right? But there's the one that comes over here and that they influence Hollywood. Those are the bad ones, all right? And they're embedded with the Democratic Party. I'm saying the same stuff over and over. I hope you guys are listening to what I'm saying, all right? All right, now they're going back to Joe Biden. I know I just went off a tangent. Going back to Joe Biden, right? They're attacking him because they're not the ideal candidate that they want to run. But they don't understand that he's leading in the poll, but they still don't want him. They're destroying themselves from within, right? Right? And they say he's a racist. If he's a racist, how come he's on Barack Obama's ticket in 2008? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not defending Joe Biden at all. All right? I'm not defending Joe Biden. Right? But you see the ludicrousy of the Democratic Party, the liberal media, how stupid they are. They're throwing everything over the boats, throwing anything against the wall to see what sticks, right? No matter if it costs them their life, right? They're destroying themselves. They're destroying themselves. They try to destroy Joe Biden, and in the process, destroying themselves as well. But let me know what you think. You think the Democratic Party are basically done by attacking themselves? You think they don't know what to run? They don't got no leadership? All right? You think they're doing this intentionally? Let me know what you think. All right? Leave a comment below. But what I'm saying right now, YouTube don't want to monetize my channel because I'm not monetized. I'm unscripted, unrehearsed, unedited. I mean, I can say anything, whatever I want, without being bound by any outside interference. All right? Because of that, I'm not taking any donation because the point of this channel is to get people to think. All right? You don't have to agree with me on everything, but just think for yourself. All right? Because the group thinker will lead you to the edge, like sheeps over the cliff, like Democrat and the socialists. All right? Look what happened to every socialist. People, socialism, right? They all collapsed. They're group thinkers. They went over the cliff together. All right? This is what happened when you're group thinking. All right? But yeah. But if you do like my content, please like, share, subscribe. Because when you like, share, subscribe, it encourages me to make more videos. When you encourage me to make more videos, I saturate YouTube algorithm with my videos. When I saturate YouTube algorithm with my videos, it make my video more available to the masses, and thence it influences people to think for themselves. They don't have to agree with me as long as they think for themselves, right? When they think for themselves, my mission has been accomplished, right? So on that note, guys, I know your time is very precious. I'm trying not wasting your time. Thanks for listening to HighlyEvolvedPodcast. My name is Stefan, and I'm signing out. Peace.